This is Susie from Out West Homestead. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Today I'm going to tell you about ghost stories and true ghost stories. And I told this story before, and some of you heard it. But I'll just tell you, some of you don't believe in ghosts, and some of you do. Some of you got open mind, and some people just don't think that could ever happen, a ghost. I don't understand why a ghost would be on this earth. You think everybody goes to heaven, and maybe they go to heaven and come back by and visit. Who knows? Because I don't know. But when we lived over in the foothills, or close to the foothills, we moved into this place and rented it. It had a place for horses. And so the next door neighbor, we never did see him. We didn't see him probably 2 or 3 months. And what we heard, they just rented the place next door. They were school teachers, and they'd come down once in a while to the bigger town by us. And so we never did see them. And one day they come in with their family, and I was watching TV. You know, I was a little nosy because, you know, I just heard about them. And I could see them out the window, and they was unloading their car. They had 2 boys and a girl. So they were unloading. I was just looking at them. So they went on in and stuff. One time, me and Bill, we went riding our horses out on the foothills. When we come back, then people were outside. And we went right past them. So we got off our horses and talked to them. And they, you know, they just kind of meet them. And their 2 little boys were standing by their mom. And Bill was talking to the dad, you know, away from us. So them boys were eyeballing Little Red like, oh, look at that horse. I would too if I was a kid. Of course, Little Red looked pretty big next to them because, you know, they were the older boy is probably about 9. So we talked. The mother and I did talk. She was telling me about herself. So I said to the mom, I said, is it okay that they take a little ride on the saddle? I'll walk them around. And she said, yeah. Oh, them boys were so excited. So I did. One at a time I walked them around, put them up on that saddle. They just loved it. And Little Red, he was so good. And, he, you know, I just kind of went around the rosy with them. So I was standing there talking to her, you know, after that little ride for them boys, thinking, well, their daughter might want to ride. Where's your daughter at? And she's about 12 years old. And when I said that, the mother and the boys looked at each other like, uh-oh. You know, I didn't know what to say. I was like, they was eyeballing the mother, and mother was looking at them. And then she turns to me and says, my daughter died. Well, she told me her daughter died. I thought, oh, I'm not, you know, I just want to clam up. I didn't know what to say. And, you know, she told me how her daughter died. And the boys were eyeballing her, and she was looking at them boys. Everybody looked kind of like they was in shock. Me say that. So I didn't know what to say. I just, you know, listened to her story. So now, you know, time has passed, and I thought, what if I did tell her that her daughter come by? Would she like to know her daughter was with them, hanging around them? Or would it upset her? Because everybody wants to go to heaven. Uh, do you get to go to heaven and come back to earth when you feel like it? Did she feel like her family needed her and just come visit? Because I don't know that stuff either. But I wish I told her now and just let her think about it, that her daughter was with her. Because when our loved ones die, it'd be a pleasant thought, I would think, knowing that the one that died comes around still. But I don't know why I got to see the daughter, but I did. And she had long brown hair. And what made me notice about that daughter, her dress had a big old bow in the back. And for that time, it was strange to see a girl wear a bow in the back of her dress. But, you know, she was antsy, she was moving, she was watching her family get their suitcases out of the trunk. And she looked as real as can be. You know, I didn't notice anything, so. And then they all walked into the house with their suitcases, and she was the last one to go in. She wasn't carrying a suitcase, she never did pick nothing up, but, you know, she just walked behind them, and they shut the door. I thought about it, you know, off and on. I just wished I said something. I think it'd be nice to know that a spirit like that would come by. But I don't know, some people wouldn't like it, even the thought of it. Next time I'll tell a ghost story, I want to tell about a bad ghost. And Bill, he's seen that ghost too. And so I'll tell about it. I don't like sharing that one because, you know, who wants to think there's bad ghosts around? But that one got a little physical with me, and I'll tell that later on. So thanks for watching the Mount West Homestead. More ghost stories to come. Bye.